Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 26 of the New Japan Pro Wrestling TEW 2020 series. As we are in the year 2021 still, as it is a couple of months away, at least from getting up to real time. We're about, as far as a couple of months ahead, obviously, but I think if we just keep on rolling here, it's going to be wild when we actually catch up, and we'll be either in rhythm with real time or even ahead of real time. That's going to be pretty crazy as far as that goes. As for the Wrestle Dynasty tour, it is, I think, a really, really good card here. As of course, we have the card rolling through here in a second, as we do want to talk about the tour goals, as I have kind of been lacking in the tour goals as of late, mainly because a lot of it is just kind of like it is what it is, because either it's the G1 or it's the King of Pro Wrestling, where the tour is centered around a certain thing and it's can only be that. So it's going to be nice to at least talk about something else for a little bit. As far as Omega Okada 5, let's go. This should be a fun match to do. We're gonna have a name change for Big E, which it was weird with him because he's someone that I don't think they have trademark of Big E. Maybe they do. I mean, I thought about like just changing his name to E, and I was like, that'd be kind of lame. We'll kind of talk about more why we changed his name to what it is once we get to the show that he is going to be on. But as of right now, we're just gonna keep it as far as a mystery. But we'll talk about exactly why. I went into details about why I changed it once we get there, type of thing. But for the fifth tour goal, and that's Shibata's going to team up with Tanahashi against the tag champs. You see it there on the card. How we get there is mainly why we put this on the tour goals, because I want it to be Shibata making the save for Tanahashi. Of course, we haven't seen him since the grappling contest, so to him to let's say Task Force Death is having like a 6-man against Tanahashi and someone. Afterwards, they start laying out Tanahashi, and Shibata makes the save, and it's two of the three new generation musketeers, as I like to call them. Obviously Shibata, Tanahashi, and Nakamura, to have them kind of reunite, and have Shibata's been there, when Tanahashi was in the G1 finals. He was in his corner type of thing, to play up to that, to where they're gonna compete as a tag team. Now I think that'd be a lot of fun, and Shibata right now, we're not exactly sure how he's gonna do, and that's still a bit of a mystery. He does have a lot of great pop in the United States, which we're gonna try to book him on some strong stuff throughout. Which even then, this is a pretty quick turnaround, obviously, because I think the Wrestle Dynasty show is like Friday of the first week of September, so it's basically a week away, and there's like 5 or 6 tour shows we still gotta do too to get there. So it's a pretty jam-packed tour, especially after just running, King of Pro Wrestling and obviously the G1 as well. Like, it's been quite the month. I mean, we probably ran close to 15 shows, probably, if probably close to that, maybe a little less than that. But it's definitely been a majority of the month has been a New Japan show and not a no bye week or anything. So that should be fun. As far as the card, Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, you might wonder like why are we at this page, because you see we're at the booking stage of a show. The reason why that is because once we had alluded to this happening, and I was just like, man, it would suck if we can't have this happen. Like, because Omega obviously has creative control. So it's like, well, hopefully he loses to Okada. I just kind of set it up just to kind of see what would it do. Didn't run it or anything. Just kind of put it in the booking, thing, and clicked, completed the segment, and it didn't have any, issues at all. So it looks like Omega's gonna take the dive. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to be different once it's the actual normal show. Plus, it being in America, I'm not sure if that's going to change how Omega deals with it. Hopefully not. Hopefully he still is able. I guess I gave away the finish there, but that's all right. You guys were figuring it out probably eventually. You probably assumed we were going to have Okada beat him anyways, just from how that story has progressed. Omega winning the series in a way, obviously winning the 2 out of 3 falls and beating him in the G1. Because right now it's 1 for Okada, 2 for Omega, and then the draw. So I just feel like to make it even, you would have had Omega. If they do an Omega Okada 5, Okada would be the one to win it. Just makes sense, from that perspective. And that's an exciting match, obviously. Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada for the U.S. title. You have all the history in the world. I don't think we need to sell you on how great of a match it's going to be. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But this should be a really good title match, though, and I feel bad that it's not the main event. You have the winner of the King of Pro Wrestling this year, Zack Sabre Jr. against Kenta. This should be a really good match. I'm very, very excited to see how this one plays out, especially it being in the U.S. too. It should still be a really solid match. It'd be funny if this does better than the Omega Okada match. I don't think it will, but if it does, that'd be pretty hilarious. And we got a never open weight title matchup, which I forgot to put the fucking C over here for Mr. Brody Lee. It's Jay White, Brody Lee, House of Torture, Jay White and Brody Lee. So it's a little different dynamic. Jay White and Brody have had some matches in the past. I think this is a great little concept. As far as having House of Torture getting their first type of interaction as far as with a championship. And obviously Brody and Jay White, they have their lumberjack match, and we saw, or not, they didn't have the lumberjack match. They had the cage match. Alright, now I'm misremembering how that exactly. Now I gotta look back and see, because that's just gonna piss me off. I don't know why I'm struggling. As it was Zack, and that's right. Also, it was that. I was right the first time. I was like, hey, yeah, it was that. So that's why this match is happening. We saw the bundle of light tubes play into effect against Brody. And, I think this should be a really fun match, though. The return match of that. Obviously, we see, the tag team title matchup of Katsuyori Shibata and Roshi Tanahashi against Shotaro Ashino and Joe Doring. This is a really good spot. We also have the Intercontinental title matchup, Tomohiro Ishii versus Hiromu Takahashi. Black Taurus versus Pac for the junior heavyweight title. Black Taurus, he just wrestled on Strong. He beat Robbie Eagles, just because I want to do that because, Black Taurus getting a title match in the future, having Black Taurus kind of beat some of the guys who beat him during the Best Super Junior, in a way, to build up to this before we have him get a win over Pac during a tour show. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Also, just to harpen back with Tomohiro Ishii and Hiromu Takahashi, kind of breezed through that. A match that was in place to happen at, Wrestling Dutaku. Then we had it at, forget what the show was exactly now I'm thinking about it. Nonetheless, though, it's happening because Ishii beat Hiromu during the G1. Then a junior heavyweight tag title matchup as Daniel Makabe and Jonathan Gresham against Liberty United of Alex Shelley and Kaji Tamato. A match that's happened before in the past, and it's a match I think should go over pretty well, honestly. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully with everything that goes into this, it should go over pretty well. I will say this, I did completely forget to go over the graphics, so we'll be doing that momentarily. We'll go through the this opener here of the Foundation versus Liberty United for the never openweight 6-man titles, as the Foundation of Shelton Benjamin, Fred Yehai, and a mystery partner taking on Liberty United of Juice Robinson and the Super Iron Destroyers of Toa Henare and Jeff Cobb. This should be pretty fun. I think this is a pretty fun match. And really, I think all in all, this should be a pretty fun little match. Because you have, obviously it's going to be a technical masterclass, but most of these guys in this match are pretty good as far as in the States. And I think it's going to be a pretty solid matchup. I think there's going to be, the one match I'm a little nervous about, honestly, is the Intercontinental title match with Ishii and Hiromu. Because even the tag title matchup, even though Shibata's not that great as far as popularity in the United States, everybody else in that match pretty much is. So I think as far as that goes, it should be pretty solid. Hopefully everything works out well, though. And now we can go through the graphics here. As I gotta make sure we're at the right one. So yeah, junior tag title matchup that we'll go through. Obviously, we ran through it already, but it's nice to see them at least. Then we'll Black Taurus and Pac for the junior title. The background, I will say this: the background is kind of not the greatest thing in the world that I've done, but we kind of made a hodgepodge. I kind of wanted to have something like a shield for the New Japan logo. There's Wrestle Dynasty, but it's getting blocked by the people. So, all in all, it's not the the most proudest of achievements I've done as far as that goes. The Intercontinental title matchup of Tomohiro Ishii and Hiromu, and then for the tag titles, as I want to make sure, there we are, tag titles of Hiroshi Tanahashi, Katsura Shibata, Shotaro Ashino, Joe Doring. It's nice that we get to go through this twice, because I think people do enjoy the graphics. Maybe they don't, and I just wasted so much time, but I'm just like, fuck, I did those graphics, I completely forgot to add them. We probably should make it into the video. They at least should get their 5 seconds of fame. And then for now, going on to the Never Openweight title matchup, Jay White, Brody Lee, which, that should be a fun matchup, a little return match. And then the IWGP Heavyweight title matchup, Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenta. I want to say that's got to be the first time in this series where we have booked a heavyweight title matchup and it's not been the main. But I think this is well on deserving of being the main event. It's just, you have so much history. You have so much legacy involved. It is what it is. And Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega, it's got to be the main. And I think it being a U.S. show and it having the U.S. title as the main, I think that kind of elevates it in a way, too. So that's fun, as far as that goes. As far as this show, it's, I think this is where we're going to build the Shibata, because I really don't have a lot of plans for this show. Because obviously with Omega and Okada, can't really do anything as far as regarding that. Because we don't want to have it to be like we get ready to book the show and it's like, oh yeah, can't loan Omega anymore. So we put a side on the side of caution there. But we'll have a 6-man of the tag champs. Alright, yeah, just do Joe Doring, Shotaro Ashino, and then, I guess Pac. Guess that will be for the best. I guess we could go with Dark Order first and have where Black Taurus beats Pac, but I wasn't. Yeah, maybe not with that. No, it's a tough sell on how I want to do this. I think we're gonna go with just a normal tag match instead of a 6-man. It's just easier that way. Do Joe Doring and Shotaro Ashino. Yeah, against Golden Ace. There we go. There's a main event. So yeah, we've done the 8-man of this, but we've never done like a tag match of this. Trying to think if we should put the belts on the line for this or not. Because, I mean, this is a really good match to not be a non-title matchup. I think we're going to have it be a non-title, as we're going to have Joe Doring. Boy. So this is a dangerous game here. This is a very, very dangerous game. Because I just want to make sure as far as how I want to do this. So let's say Ibushi did beat Joe Doring during the G1. We could theoretically do this. But yeah, we'll do that. So we're going to have Ibushi take the fall. Poor Kota Ibushi. And then just kind of like a post-match beatdown. Well, that'll be a post-show. There's a post-match beatdown. Tanahashi saved by Shibata. Perfect. Simple stuff. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel with this one. Tanahashi and Shibata. Perfect. Overness, and it's just kind of like a here, I'm wanting to get back into in-ring competition now, and he wants to fight alongside, Tanahashi, and he's going to take out the Task Force Death team. And that's kind of like the idea of having New Japan's, like, finest, of, like, Shibata and Tanahashi teaming up to fight off the invaders. It just makes sense, I think, from that perspective. So we won't do the Black Taurus Pac thing yet. But I do think we could do something with House of Torture in Dark Order. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I'm thinking an 8-man. Thinking have Jay with, like, Brody. Oh, maybe not Brody, though. Maybe not. We'll do Miro with Takeda. And it's tough because you can obviously... Dark Order has... I guess we could do 8. We could do 4 heavyweights and 4... Yeah, we could do that. Never mind. I was thinking we wouldn't have enough, but no, we should. So we could do Takeda. And then... we could do Toro Sujora probably as well. With Miro. Pretty fun match, though. I mean, there's a lot of guys I like from this. Having Tankman in it as well, and Hobbs. Yeah, just, I like this match. It's a fun match. Yeah, I think this is a fun little match. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. And we're going to have Jay White. He's going to beat Tankman. I feel bad, because I don't want to, like, House of Torture, they are, like, the shiny new toy. You don't want to book them too strong and kind of kill what Dark Order built up at the same time, But I think it's a fun little match. So I think it's a good co-main. Could be a main event probably any other day, really. But yeah, that's a pretty solid main and co-main. And we could kind of now work our way downwards. I will say this, I do think an Hiromu and either a junior guy or anybody. Like, we could do Hiromu and Bushi, or we could do Hiromu and, like, Sonata against Ishii, and then either, like, a heavyweight or a junior guy. Could go either way, really. Because we could go with the Kyak Pitbulls, or we could go with Hiromu and Sonata. Yeah, we'll go with that. Goto. Hiromu. I did just book Goto, I'm pretty sure, on Strong. Is kind of why I'm kind of hesitant. Because, yeah, we did Alexander and Garcia against Goto and Harada, which we had Alexander beat Harada. So maybe not. Yeah, I think we're going to go with a junior. So we'll go with, and I put Hiromu on the wrong side anyways. We'll do Hiromu and Bushi against Ishii and Rocky. Just kind of curious. Oh, we have done this before. Back in April, too. At Road to Sakura Genesis was a 79 when we did it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll keep it 18, and I was thinking of having Rocky win, which I think we just... That's probably what we did at Sakura Genesis, so we'll go the other way. Bushi beat him. 50-50 booking at its finest. There we go. So we're solid now. We got our top 3. Now we just need a bottom 3. And we'll need, Steal the Show and Technical Masterclass and shit like that. I kind of want to see a New Japan... Or not a New Japan Strong. A Never Openweight 6-man title matchup. But that's kind of thrown out the door with this show. I'm trying to think what other House of Torture guys. We could do a junior tag of House of Torture guys. Have Drew Parker. And Ishimori. Keep them going. Trying to think what's a junior tag team they could beat and it makes sense. Gold Dragons, not a bad idea. Yeah, I'll have this be set for Steal the Show, and we'll have Ishimori beat Samurai Del Sol. Nope. Didn't mean to 10. There we go. Got that out of the way. Drew Parker, Taiji Ishimori. I think they're, pretty... House of Torture, big show for them. Very, very big show. So, we, just need another, like, undercard match. Thinking doing the Young Lions, throwing them out there. It's been a while, I think it's a pretty good show that we can get away with it. 10-minute time limit. I always figured if it's 15 or 10 with Young Lion matches. I don't know why. Should fucking remember that. I think it's 15. But they would go on for probably a little too long. It's fine. It's fine. Especially in canon, at least this canon, I believe we make it 15, so we'll go with what that canon is and not what... We might as well, right? We're booking our own New Japan. We might as well go with what our canon is. And then the Technical Masterclass to at least get the show off to hopefully a strong start. See here what we can use. So I'm liking Liberty United. I'm liking what we could do with them to prep for the King of Pro Wrestling tour. And also, too, I think what the plan is about halfway. Basically, at the start of next week is when we go to America, and we'll do some tour shows there to kind of see how it's going to gauge as far as how's it looking. But we also could use some guys like Great Okan. And yeah, we might do that. We might have Okan. And I kind of want to try out Okan and Jarvis just to see what they can do. See if it's a little bit... Well, Katsuya Kitamura, they at least have good chemistry, so yeah, we'll go with that. And let's see. And we can always, Tenkoji's always a good shout. Yeah, Tamura. We're still waiting on that Out of Young Lion stage. Still is. We could have him beat someone this tour. Yeah, we got Guarini too. Yeah, let's do Guarini and Filthy Tom. There we go. As we'll have Okan beat Guarini. That'd actually be an interesting, dynamic. I wouldn't say match, but seeing if Guarini, what Guarini and Great Okan could do in, a certain setting, like a blood sport setting. I'd be intrigued by it. I wouldn't say it would be great, but I would tune in to see it. As, we are going to run this show. We, have the one, region in Japan that has, under 1,000 people that we always draw. We haven't ran there in a while. I think since the Best Super Juniors. And I was just like, we should, everything's kind of oversaturated at this point. We might as well try and run it. It didn't do that bad. A little under 1,000 people. So Okan wins with the big lariat in 1603. We need to change a lot of finishers still. But yeah, Filthy Tom, best guy in the match. Then Kitamura, Great Okan, and Guarini. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. It's, Yana with a 26-24 for Yuto Nakashima. Welcome to building the Young Lions here. As the Golden Dragons against Drew Parker and Taiji Ishimori, House of Torture team, as Ishimori with the Yes Lock. So yeah, Ishimori, best guy in the match. Samurai Del Sol Sendeora did pretty well. Drew Parker was just a couple points behind them. Not bad, or at least a couple points behind Sendeora. Obviously the right team wins because of Ishimori's performance, but got the crowd buzzing too. It did its job in the 77 here. A little bit below par of what they did last time, but Bushi with the MX win in 1742. Ishii being a little off his game. He's not in the 70s anymore. Can definitely tell age is playing into a factor. It's a 70. Wow. Thought this had a little bit more faith in it, but that also makes sense in a way. Miro and Brody being off their games hurt the match a little bit, but even then, it's still a fine match. It's Jay White with the Blade Runner and Tankman in 1950. Pretty good match, though. For everybody in this match. The worst guy in the match was Suchiura with a 51. It's not bad with 8 people involved. It's an 83 for this tag match. Wow. As they outperformed him. Golden Ace did. That's fun. But yeah, Joe Doring with the Revolution Bomb over Kota Ibushi in 22-34. Yeah, we could have had this be for the tag titles. But then it would have made, sense, I think, to have Tanahashi and Shibata challenge for the tag belts. And the angle did pretty well, at least a 68. Well, we'll take it. 78 show. Not bad at all. So, yeah, we're gonna... Now, the next tour show, the goal is to now do Dark Order and Task Force I guess, in some way, some capacity. I'm not exactly sure how. That's going to be such a tough one. Maybe not though, in a way, because as far as what we can do, we'll figure something out. we'll figure something out. I think we could also just do. Yeah, I think we'll just figure it out. We'll, as they got somebody with lifeblood. Oh, Jonathan Gresham's in lifeblood now. And let's see, Keith Lee's gonna get extended. That makes sense. I thought about it, and I was like, better not. But yeah, this schedule's pretty nuts. It's back to back. It's pretty hectic. I think day 4 or day 3 Sunday. Yeah, and then we'll start running America from 4, 5, and obviously then the actual Wrestle Dynasty show. But yeah, well, let's see. We're going to be at Corkin. Usually Adam passing on Selling to his protege Great Khan, and Kojima passing on microphone work to Tamara, and then Milano passing psychology to Yano. Hell yeah. So, yeah, just still a little oversaturated. There's got to be some of that slightly here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's kind of our best bet. Actually, we're going to probably go with the Mirror Hall, to be honest. We're great on money, so I think that might be a mistake, but we'll just go ahead and run here. So I'm with the Pac situation. Thinking of having Pac. It's just tough because I want to do something as far as I guess we'll do that now, because I think the main event I want it to be Shibata, Tanahashi, and then a junior. I guess Taguchi would probably be the best bet against Pac, Joe Doring, and Ashino. Give it 20, and we're gonna have Tanahashi. I'm trying to think as far as Joe Doring. I think he was in a different block than Tanahashi was. Yeah, it was perfect, and he just beat Kota Ibushi too. So I think this is a perfect opportunity. Thought about having Shibata get a win, but I don't know yet. Yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, we'll have Shibata. I want to have Shibata beat Joe Doring. Though him and Ashino would be a really good match. That'd be a fun match to see. We'll see how they do. We'll see how they do. So again, we're gonna delay the Black Taurus eventual win. Something, as far as an interesting point with in regards to United Empire and Zack Sabre Jr. and the Task Force Extremes. I think we're gonna do Kenta Task Force Death rather. It's Kenta with Lucha Brothers, and then Zack with. This could also be a main event too, to be honest, with Makabe and Gresham. I was thinking maybe not do them though at the same time. Do Moriarty and either McGavin or. I think that's what we're gonna do, just to at least protect the challengers. They probably have not done this. Fun match though. This is a really good match. Kenta's gonna beat Gavin. Gavin though, probably gave it a little too much time, especially with who's involved in this match. So I think we're gonna bump this down, and we'll have this be the Steal the Show match. Which might be a mistake. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. That would be a real shame. As I'm, with the Liberty United thing, it's so tough as far as how I want to gauge this. I think this is when we're going to have the title match, though. This is a perfect place to do that. So, well, that's a juice. We'll see who's juice, as far as G1 matches. Because he did lose to Ibushi. He lost to Hiromu as well, and Shingo, of course. Also Evil. Could do something involving that. Could have Evil. That could, have that, but we... Guess House of Torture did beat them. So maybe we do something with that. Have Miro, Brody King, and Toru Sugiura. I like that. Miro, Brody, Toru Sugiura. And then Juice with, obviously, the Super Island Destroyers. It's going to be a tough match. Brody's not going to do great, but I think Juice and Miro, hopefully, can make it work. Give it 18, and we're going to have Juice beat Toru Sugiura in this one. That's a tough one. Because I love Toru Sugiura, but I don't want to kill Brody at the same time. So, just kind of stuck there, because obviously he's not going to beat Miro. So I think that's just the best bet. Push that up, and yeah, and I think that's a pretty solid top 3. Not the greatest, especially compared to what we just did. Maybe something, maybe now we could do the tag match, where it's Hiromu and Sanada against the Chaotic Pitbulls. Hiromu and Sanada. Just kind of curious. I don't think we've done something as far as a tag match regarding this. As we're going to have Ishii beat Sanada. Maybe not. Maybe not have it be a tag. Give it an 8-man. And let's see here. So Ishii, Goto. Because we'll obviously have Naito in there. Romu and Sanada. Also Bushi in there too. Got Rocky. So now we need a Chaos Heavyweight. So it looks like it's gonna be Yoshihashi. Looks like it. Yes. I think that's added a little bit more flavor to it. But that's gonna change the finish though. Yeah, we're gonna have Naito beat Yoshihashi. Poor Naito, not have anything on Wrestle Dynasty. Pretty crazy. That's the way she goes sometimes, though. Just announcing big time matches. Yeah, we'll move that up. There we go. Yeah, we got a very good top 4 now for sure. Now we can go with our undercard. Which, yeah, it's a Great Bash Heel. And then Suzuki and Taichi. Yeah, like 12 minutes. Let's say we've done this a handful of times. So, yeah, that's right. That's how we built up to Suzuki, and yeah. That's how we did the Suzuki Makabe build up to Wrestle Kingdom. As, we'll give Suzuki the win here over Hanma. Could be a technical masterclass, but I got a feeling we could cook up something a little bit better. Maybe that just might be naive, though, at the same time. Because I kind of want to have... I'm trying to think with Ray Horus, if he can... Yeah. Nah, maybe... I was thinking a 6-man with Next of Blood, but... We could do a tag. Flamita, and then Drew Parker, Taiji Shimori. We're really building the Taiji Shimori, Drew Parker fanfare. Yeah, maybe not. Let's go with the Lucha Brothers. What a match! What a match! It's surprising this is the first time we've done this, and it's the opener. It's a technical masterclass match. As we're gonna have Phoenix beat Horus. Yeah, that's really good. That's gonna be much better than that match. I'm just gonna make it the executive decision, and that's not gonna be the opener. That's crazy, though. And let's run the show here. 57, it's not bad. Not a bad match. Makabe and Suzuki did pretty well. Actually, they did really well. 58. It's not bad at all. And 48 for Taichi, 42 for Anma. 65, though, for the junior tag match of Mexa Blood against Pentagon Junior Ray Phoenix. Would have been a lot better had we had this set for, like, Steal the Show or something. But to do this randomly on a Road to Wrestle Dynasty show, especially with, like, the Super Junior Tag League kind of in the distance, it's interesting. It's a couple months away. Oh, well. We'll take it. 75, though. This did actually really good. That's shout out to Kenta. And just realized, yeah, we double booked the Lucha Brothers. I'm a fucking idiot. Let's keep it rolling. Boy, oh boy. As Chaos and LIJ, 8-man there as Naito with the Destino over Tomohiro Ishii. Oh boy. What happened to the Yoshihashi? Road agent note. This is just me falling apart at the seams, is what this show is. 64 is Juice with a mid-thorax spinal cord compression. Boy, oh boy, that does not sound great. And we had them change. Oh, because it was the injury happened. So yeah, we had to call on the fly there. So Miro Brody King of Torsujura. There it was. I was shutting down House of Torture. I was like, they don't need to get somebody wins now. And they get the win because of the injury. Wow. So yeah, that does not sound good. Doesn't sound good at all. It's now an 80. It's Task Force Death. And Katsuri Shibata, Roshi Tanahashi, Ryusuke Taguchi. Shibata at least gets a 60. It's not great as Shibata with the cross armbar over Joe Doring. Yeah, Tanahashi did well. Yeah, Pac and Shino did really well. See how Shibata still rusty. That's a pretty good sign if he's still rusty getting a 60 on a tour show. Yeah, just that we got new champs, so it looks like we'll have to figure something out regarding that. I'm not exactly sure what, but that's that's a bummer. Bummer about Juice. Man, he had just had that great G1 too. And here we're just like, we need them to have a title defense, to really add up to another, to add something to this card. Jesus Christ. I mean, it just completely shot us in the foot. I think it, started with us also double booking the Lucha Brothers too. I can't believe it. I was thinking, I was like, man, for some reason, I completely had that blocked out of my mind. That we had just booked them. How embarrassing. Now, at least we get a break. As now, as all Shinsuke Nakamura's added a new catchphrase. Nikki Cross is Lana is the SmackDown Women's Champion. How fun. Yeah, on to day 3 we go. Hopefully nothing else gets fucked. Yeah, that injury was really bad, as Juice is going to be out for 8 months. Not great. Not great at all, as Paul London was brought before Wrestler's Court accused of being absorbed by his phone, and when he should have been paying attention to a locker room meeting, is the judge Hiroshi Tanahashi found him guilty and sentenced to buy a crate of beer for the locker room. Alrighty, so, this is the last kind of show that we're going to do in Japan. So that's going to be fun, to at least try to see how we're going to do this year, as far as booking tour shows in America. We should do okay. As I'm trying to think what's the best venue here. I think it's going to be that 1,480. Because I mean, we could go with the 4,000, I guess. We'll go halfway. It's not a bad idea. Probably our best bet. Second best bet, probably. I don't know why I'm looking at the pre-booking page. I'm all over the place. Absolutely flustered. So, and Caristico got hurt at a CMLL show. He's got hip tendonitis. So he's out for 3 months. That's great. Luckily, we didn't have any plans for him. As for this show here, really, this is now, I think, the time to really kick it in gear as far as what we could do regarding I think to do something with Okada and Omega, maybe a Chaos Tag Team, like having Okada and Yoshihashi against the Bucks, like something like that. To at least there's something there. It's not the greatest idea, but I think with kind of everybody involved, besides the obvious and Yoshihashi, it's not a bad idea. I don't think. We're gonna give them 20. We're gonna give the Young Bucks a win. They could use it, to be honest. Even though it probably should be Okada, but that's neither here nor there. Now it's the time. Now it's the time to add in Dark Order stuff. So let's see. We'll have Pac. We'll do Pac and Penta. Sure. And let's see. And Black Taurus and I guess Alex Reynolds. So obviously a huge upset. Yeah, Black Taurus was. I figured his injury would just have one more day left. We'll have it be steal the show. But yeah, Taurus beating. Part of me wants to push it back even more. Because I'm just trying to... Because he's only beaten Robbie Eagles. We could have him beat Phoenix. That could be something. Yeah, we'll do Reynolds and Black Taurus against the Lucha Brothers. There you go. This is where the dominoes start to fall. Then Taurus over Rey Fenix. Huge win. Absolutely huge. They had no business. No business getting this win. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, Phoenix. I get it. Keep him strong, especially on the tour show. Makes no sense. So, as far as what we can do, now that it's not going to be Liberty United in that opener, we can start building at least some type of building blocks as far as House of Torture and the Foundation. So try and think here. Miro, Brody, and then Sujora and Takeda. Foundation. Benjamin, King Mo. That's kind of where the heavyweights kind of dry up, though. It is the thing here. So then we have Yehai and Myron Reed. So maybe not. So maybe we'll have to do Ishimori and then Drew Parker. And we're going to have Shelton. Shelton's going to beat... I'm trying to think what would probably be the best bet here. Yeah, have him beat Brody. I got a bad feeling about this match. There's some good guys in it. There's maybe a handful of good guys. The rest are kind of proving guys, in a way. So we'll just go with that. So, I really don't like that that's the main event so far, so we gotta think of something a little better. See what we can do as far as with Kenta. Yeah, do Kenta Pac against Zach. Let's see what junior guy we can throw. We got Moriarty. We got Gresham too. Maybe at the same time, while we're thinking about it, let's do Liberty United as like 6-man of Shelley, Tomato, and Hammerstone against the Liberty United guys. Or against United Empire guys, rather. So we'll do, obviously, Makabe and Gresham. Then for the heavyweight, I guess we'll do Kitamura. I guess. I guess that's what we'll do. And then we'll have Hammerstone beat him. Should probably have this be the technical masterclass now I'm thinking about it. Not a terrible technical masterclass match with it, Shelly being involved. Yeah, so we got a couple of 6-man, got a couple of tags. We definitely need better main event stuff. I just feel like we've done the Shibata Tanahashi story for so long with Task Force Death, so we'll kind of pump the brakes on that for a bit. Let's go Jay White and Brody. We'll go, House of Torture and Dark Order. Brody. We'll do Disciples of Darkness, and then we'll throw in Sujora and Takeda. Pretty good co-main. We're actually going to have Tankman beat Takeda, which is pretty nuts. So I think Tankman's pop, it's mid-40s. I think that's the same thing for Takeda, too, which is hilarious to think. That's what exposure gets you on a big stage. It's a damn shame. Here we are. Kind of want that to be the main. Yeah, we'll have that be the main. Alright, so we just kind of need a Young Lion match or something. Something to that effect. Maybe something with Tamura. Yeah, let's get away from that. Let's go with a heavyweight tag. Make sure we exclude everyone who's booked so we don't double book somebody like we did last time. Here's the thing with Shingo. Shingo's kind of in a weird spot where we have not had him on the past now 2 tours, where he's kind of in limbo. So it's kind of weird. So I think we're gonna go with Shingo and Hiromu just to get him on this tour against the Chaotic Pitbulls. I like that a lot better than the Sonata match, because now we can have Shingo beat Goto, and it's no big deal. Nice. Yeah, and that's much better too. Alright. I like it. 62. Not bad. Way to go, Alex Shelley and Daniel Makabe for doing their part. Dragging Ketsuya Kitamura to a pretty good match as Hammerstone with the Stonebreaker in 1539. Yeah, we just, I think Liberty United, they're still fine. Even though they've lost juice, still in a good spot. I think there's a lot of talent still there. That's kind of the idea. So 61. So we got a subpar match here as Shelton Benjamin pins Brody King with the pay dirt in 11:43. It's Ishimura the 68. 50, and 68 for Miro, too. 56 for Shelton, 50 for Drew Parker, 47 for Fred Yai, 45 for King Bo, and 44 for Myron Reed. Yeah, Brody King was still the worst guy out of everybody in that match. 62 for Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix, losing to Black Taurus and Alex Reynolds. Pouring out for the boys there as Taurus with the Infernal Suplex in 13:51 over Ray Phoenix. And an 82 for the Chaotic Pitbulls against Shingo and Hiromu, as Shingo with the Made in Japan over Hiroki Goto. Just makes sense. 81 for the co-main here, as I had a feeling that previous tag match was going to do better just because Yoshihashi's so bad. As Nick Jackson with the Meltzer Driver in 1946. 73, wow, definitely overshot that one. Don't know what I was thinking. As Calvin Tankman pins Masashi Takeda with the Tankman Driver in 2014. Not bad, though. Not a bad match. I'll take it. It's a solid show, though. Increased our pop, so I have to say. We at least did something. Just the wrong thing went on last. Yeah, now we are on into the American side of the tour. So that's going to be fun. Just to kind of see where we're at. Probably going to be running a lot of shows. I think we're going to run the first show in Southwest area. Then go probably gradually go across the country, if that makes sense. So go from southwest, then either like mid-south or Great Lakes, either way, and then end up in the tri-state area for the final Road to show into, obviously the final show. But yeah, I think that sounds about right where we're going to go with as far as that goes. Oh, wow, the Royal Road Tournament at the Tokyo Dome. It's awesome for all Japan. So I'm wanting to see the show. And 84, yeah, Kenta Miyahara and Takashi Yoshida. Way to go, Kenta Miyahara. Man with no way. Huh. I'll be damned. Yeah, he really got super good in this mod. That's cool. Because if I had to gauge my Inoue now, I guess the 68 is pretty fair. Yoshitatsu beating Yoji Sai. Fucking Yuji Hino getting booked in All Japan. Hell yeah. Would love to bring in Yuji Hino. But first of all, he's a freelancer, so that would suck as far as bringing him in and him leaving right afterwards. But also, too, he's in the Noah series, too. I don't want to oversaturate with Yuji Hino. Yeah, on to day 4 we go. Oh, wow, they got us in Tokyo. Ooh, that's not looking too hot as far as 800 people. I guess, it's kind of double what we get from Strong, so it's not too bad. Oh, we run the fucking temple? That'd be funny. As, yeah, we don't really have a lot of great options here with only having, I guess we'll just have to run, 1,000 and just call it. Oh, yeah, we can run the Globe Theater. Hell yeah. That'll work. Completely missed that. Yeah, let's see here. We should definitely book, SoCal guys. That would definitely, make sense. As far as that goes. Yeah, guys like Paul London. Basically everyone that we've been booking with Strong. I will say this, though. We do have a couple of guys that are wanting... they just had their excursion come up, so Logan Gray, Yui Moore, Lee Johnson too, but I don't think I'm going to sign back Lee Johnson because his excursion was completely pointless because right when we sent him down a month later to MLW on the excursion, we bought him out, and then he was just stuck in no man's land, so he's basically just not even the same type of progression or anything. He just got fucked over, basically, at the end of the day. I really would like to see Team Filthy. They have been such a, I know you guys haven't been seeing the Strong stuff, but, they are such a good unit of Strong. Because Garcia's solid, same thing with, Filthy Tom, and obviously Josh. Josh is doing, 60s in America. His pop is crazy. We need to have them take on somebody, as far as, even though they're not going to be, they should be a part of the Wrestle Dynasty show, to be fair. Which we might have that. Why not, right? Let's have them beat. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna have Miro. Let's throw Brody out there. And then Tora Sujora. So we're gonna have Josh Alexander. He's gonna beat Miro. Which is gonna be huge. Which we'll have a Strong singles match on the next Strong taping here, which is the next day. We got new Never Appoint 6-man champs. Just like that. So yeah, that's, what's the reign? Not even a week? 4 days, thanks to the injury. That's fun. Oh, yeah, Miro is super pissed. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. He is, he is pretty over in Japan, and that's kind of how they're going to rate that. I'll see what happens if we keep him Strong. We're still going to do it. Might as well piss somebody off during a Road to, show. Just a tour show. Not like it's a pay-per-view or anything. Just pissing them off for no reason, basically. Let's get Homicide in Kingston on the card. A little strong style riders action. We could even let's do a 6-man actually. Let's book Shoto Umino on it as well. Nice. As far as who that could be, and it makes sense, thinking Hanma and Makabe, Great Bashio. Their pop is kind of shit, though. It's not great. Not great at all. Do we do Suzuki? Do we do Suzuki going? Navy Boy, and then... Yeah, it wouldn't make sense now, because then you're going to throw somebody in there. I guess we could throw Doki in there. Well, it's actually, I think what we can do... let's use the Crime Time players. And Jason Paul, Fred Rosser. And, you know what? I think we're going to use Ren Narita. I think that's a fun idea. You know, because he's kind of like on the excursion, like in the U.S. Have him be on this show. I think it just makes sense from that perspective. This could be the opener. It also doesn't have to be, because I think with Kingston's popularity and stuff, it should work as a normal, like, little undercard match. So we're going to have Kingston beat Jason Paul. Oh. Don't have to call in the ring. It's alright. Cool. It's tough. This next match is kind of interesting that I'm thinking of, because I want to have Francesco be on the card and be on this tour. So I'm going to have him just face Paul London. It's not the greatest of ideas, but fuck it, it's something. Actually, I'm just now thought of. Let's make it a 6-man. To have Francesco and Eagles and somebody else that's a junior. That's not Rocky. At the say, let's use Show, and then we'll use Yo and Rocky as a tag somewhere else on this card. But I want to have Paul London team with either Top Flight or the Velocities. I'm not sure yet. I think him and the Velocities could be a lot of fun, so we'll go with that. This could be like the Steal the Show, quote-unquote, match, as, yeah, a lot of people could use a win here, but I think we're going to go with Francesco over London. It's like a night and day difference to how... like, we're using, obviously, the guys that are more used to strong tapings compared to what we were doing with the previous 3 days of this tour. So we went really undercard heavy. And I'm still thinking, as far as what we could do, you know, with that, using Show and, or using Yo and Rocky. Do a junior tag match of some type. The Golden Dragons could use a win after what's been going on with them. Yeah, we have been doing that pretty recently on the strong tapings. Maybe we'll go back to our old faithful here of Drew Parker and Taiji Shimori, who should be really solid. 16 minutes. Ishimori over Yo. Oh, made it 16. Make it 14. Yeah, we really went undercard heavy here. So we definitely need to kick it into high gear here with these next 2 matches. You know, again, I think the House of Torture story is kind of with Dark Order. We've really been going back and forth with that. Not exactly sure what else you could do, theoretically, there. Maybe go back to Shibata and Tanahashi. Well, but also, too, we could do something a little different as far as having, just for the fuck of it, Zack and Taurus against Kenta and Pac. No, because someone's got to lose, and that's just going to be weird. So never mind that. Someone's got to lose in that match, and I'm just not feeling it. So yeah, we'll go with, let's go with Shelton and Fred, yay high, against the team of Cobb and Tamato. And we'll have Yehai beat Kaji D'Amato. Pretty big win. Again, more undercard stuff though. So this card's gonna have to be saved. First of all, it's gonna have to be a technical masterclass match. So this is gonna have to be. Second of all, this card's gotta get saved by something. And I'm thinking. Young Bucks versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuya Shibata. Gets them a tag team match experience, gets them a win too, and I think all around, and we'll have Shibata beat Matt Jackson. Which Shibata's probably the wrong guy to be having win, since he's got like 12 pop in America, but here we are. We'll keep him strong and just fingers crossed there. Hey, way to go. Let's see what happens if we take that off. Just out of curiosity. Because I'm assuming he's not going to complain. Alright. Well, we got our show. Is it the greatest thing in the world? Absolutely not. We'll see how it goes, though. It's 60. For the opener. I figured it was going to be pretty good, because I was just like, yeah, all four of those guys are pretty technically sound. So, yeah, with the Koji clutch in 16:23, not bad. Kaji D'Amato actually outperformed him. Which is interesting, but as a whole, the right team won. Just the wrong guy was involved with the finish. And there's a steep downfall there with the 40, because not enough pop. But yeah, I mean, everybody did okay. Robbie Eagles, again, pretty solid. 53 there, 49 for Francesco. Velocities did pretty well, just, showing Paul London. Not so hot. Another 42, and again with a pop. I know Jason Paul and Shota Umino don't have great pop in America, but like Kingston's got it. And Homicide and Fred Rosser are pretty solid in pop too. That's tough. 61 though for this, as Yo and Rocky lose to Ishimori and Drew Parker. As with the Blade Cross, which makes a lot more sense now that it's called the Blade Cross. As another injury in this never openweight 6-man title matchup, as Team Filthy of Filthy Tom Lawler, Josh Alexander, and Daniel Garcia beat the House of Torture, as Josh Alexander with a TKO over Miro. But yeah, you see that it's pretty close. The difference is not that bad with Josh Alexander and Miro. So yeah, Brody King again, pretty bad. Garcia, not so hot, but he at least outperformed Brody King. Sujiro with a 51 is not bad at all for him being in the States. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but we'll take it. Inflamed tricep tendon, though, is not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, and again, Tanahashi and Shibata getting outperformed, as Shibata with the cross armbar over Matt Jackson. Is he still rusty? Well, at least the rust is off. Just, he doesn't have any pop now that we're in America. That's 70, though. It still wasn't too bad. And then we got our final show, as far as our final tour show, but, we got the New Japan Strong taping to go through, which, you guys actually know what's going on there now. So, yeah, we're going to have the Miro-Josh Alexander match, which Miro's going to beat him. Not sure exactly what else is going to be on that card, but so far I think that's definitely going to be on it. And, yeah, now we've had 2 title changes on this tour, here in the States and over there in Japan, thanks to an injury. And, yeah, we've gotten, now it's Team Filthy in the Foundation, which I think is going to be a pretty good show. Or a pretty good show. Pretty good match. As, yeah. And, yeah. So we'll catch you guys for day 5. Alright. So, that match, Miro, Josh Alexander, got us 70. So that was pretty cool. As far as, how we're going to do this here, because I just now realized, I was thinking, having this be kind of in the region of, somewhere like, the Midwest, the Mid-South, the Great Lakes. I'm just kind of curious. So the Great Lakes would be, I just realized, yeah, that was where I messed up, and I accidentally had the Sapporo Dome in the wrong place, and you can't delete venues after you added them, which again, why? Why is that a thing? So that's just stuck there. But 629, not bad. I'm just kind of curious to see where we're at, Tri-State. So we're close. We ran the Manhattan Center last time. So that's a great sign that even this tour show, it's, almost outdrawing where we did. So, yeah, I don't know if we should go Great Lakes here. Go, see where we could go, where it makes sense. Because, yeah, part of me wants to run Tri-State, but run like Philly. If we could. Because there's just a lot more venues I think that we could run where it'd probably make a little bit more sense. I guess we can run the Manhattan Center. That's crazy that Hammerstein Ballroom is not in this mod. East W Arena is. Yeah, that's that's a choice. It's certainly a choice. So one thing about this mod, it's like the venues, not the greatest of options. I don't know why I keep on looking at that. Alright, so, yeah, I mean, obviously now, we're pretty much at the point where it's make or break time, on where we're at. I will say, I did have some fun on the Strong taping. I had, like, a Heiau Tamura with 3 young lions, like Kinto Kobin, and the new young lions, Yuto and Yano, against the LA Dojo kids, Ren Narita, and it's Shibata. It's just the funniest little match. I think we could kind of do that again here, where we have Shibata, but Tanahashi too, with the LA Dojo kids of Coughlin Connors, and then have Doring and Ashino, but they have young lions as well. I think we're gonna go with Yasutaka and then Yuto. That would be pretty sick if we brought in Heiau Tamura as part of Task Force Death, but we can't. No, I don't think he needs that. Even though it would be awesome, him being the baby face of the future, of like being the Team Lion Mark all the way, that type of shit. I think he could, he doesn't need all that. It's an interesting match, though. It's definitely not, I think it's still a pretty good match. Maybe not the greatest thing in the world, but I think for what we're trying to do, I think it's okay. We're going to have the LA Dojo boys get the win here, so we're going to have, we'll have Connors beat Yano. Sick. As, I don't know why I said it like that. Let's see. Tag match. The Disciples of Darkness need to be on this tour for sure. We'll have them beat Strong Style Riders. It's crazy. We did this back in 2020, but haven't done anything since then. I think this is the perfect time to do it here. As we'll have Will Hobbs beat Homicide. Should hopefully not get bumped down from, we had it be all out. From, not enough pop. Hopefully, I did it again. There we go. It's an okay match. I think it's a solid mid-card match. I'm trying to think what else. I want to get Ren Narita on one of these tour shows. We had him on the Strong taping, like I just said. Maybe do him and Tamura. Just an idea. Yeah. And Tamura's gonna beat him. Just fuck it. Why not? Yeah, that's right. It does. The crowd does shit on that. I would have kept that if the crowd wouldn't have shat all over it, but they will. So we're gonna have Tamura and Kojima against the team of United Rage. Yeah, I've done this before. Perfect. Again, would love to have Tamura get the win, but I don't think it's in the cards for us. So Kojima is gonna beat Kitamura. Alright, Kitamura. Alright. There we go. I'm trying to think what else we could do. Do a tag of Shelton Benjamin with Yehai against Filthy Tom and Garcia. Little pre-tag match here. So yeah, Team Filthy have beaten the Foundation. You know, they had their strong taping, where's a 6-man. And then we did another 6-man at the Road to King of Pro Wrestling. So this time, the Foundation can get a win. Shelton's going to beat Filthy Tom. Technical Masterclass. Perfect. And we'll have another tag match. Another Foundation versus Team Filthy. As we could do Alexander with Garini. Against King Mo. And we could either use Myron Reed or Lockhart. I think we're going to go with Lockhart, though. This match should probably be the Technical Masterclass. Yeah, but this will give Team Filthy that win. As Josh Alexander's going to beat King Mo. Because this match, I don't have any faith in this at all. None whatsoever. But we'll have that open. So back to back, and then that match. We definitely need something a little bit better now as our main event. That is for sure. As, I think we're going to go back to, yeah, I think, damn, it would be the perfect time to do fucking Brody and the Disciples of Darkness against Jay White and, you know, House of Torture, but that's okay. We could we'll do another tag, but I would like to see, as far as Miro and Brody, I forgot we don't have them as a team. We probably should. Definitely should. And against the Super Island Destroyers. So yeah, they beat them at the Road to King of Pro Wrestling. This time, though, they will not be getting the win. As this time we'll have Ka beat Brody. Boy, I mean, I hate this tour show, but what can you do, you know? And we need a steal the show match. Yes. Boy. I guess it could be this. Yeah, I was just contemplating, kept on accidentally hitting All Out, and now we changed to All Out. The luck. Boy, oh boy. We're really banking on Tanahashi and Doring and Ashino. Hopefully it works. That's all I can say. Yeah, 42. Josh Alexander with a 59, though. Not bad at all. Was off his game, too, as Josh Alexander with the Pearl River Plunge on King Mo, who got a 49. That's not bad for King Mo. Usually he's in the low 40s ranges on Strong. 58 for the Foundation against Team Filthy again. This time, it's Shelton and Fred Yehai. Filthy Tom and Garcia as Shelton Benjamin pins Tom Lawler with the pay dirt as a 58 for Shelton Benjamin, 48 for Yehai and Filthy Tom, and then 45 for Garcia. 49, we get down a little bit. As, yeah, I mean, Tamura, he did pretty well in the Strong taping, too. So, I mean, he just kind of, we built him for this moment. As Kojima with the first pile driver on Kitsuya Kitamura. That's pretty awesome. 64, wow. For Miro and Brody against Hanare and Jeff Cobb. Excellent chemistry, though, from the House of Torture team. Just not in the cards this time around. 61, as Calvin Tankman with a grade 3 quadriceps strain. That does not sound good. At least it's just a strain and not like a tear or something. But a grade 3 strain probably doesn't sound too hot. As Hobbs with the Doomsday Plunge over Homicide in 14-18. Yeah, they did really well. You know, Homicide obviously was the worst guy in the match, but still a pretty good match. See how the main does, hopefully in the 70s. Oh, and a 56, and we have another injury with Tanahashi as with the I mean, I think he might still be able to perform. I think it's gonna be close though. I think he's gonna have to work injured, but that sucks, and that sucks. That's a 56 too. As Clark Connor's pinning Yasutaka Yano. I think that's because of the guys who were involved in the finish is why that match is rated so badly. Plus, there's some bad guys in the match, too. Just a shitty tour show is what I'm seeing here, though. Somehow, thanks to it being a tour show, though, it doesn't really matter. There we go. I mean, we still increased pop and all that jazz. As, yeah, I mean, you know, the show going up to this point, as long as Tanahashi's healthy and able to work, hopefully it's a good show. Fingers fucking crossed. That's all I can say. Really, as far as we've set up as far as all we can. I think the co-main's going to do well, Zack and Kenta. And I think Jay White and Brody should do pretty well. Ishii's going to get carried for sure, probably. And same thing with Black Taurus and Pac. Pac's going to bring him to a good match. That main event, as far as how Omega's going to do with Strong, I don't know how well he's going to do as far as like America and whatnot. So yeah, he's out for a few months. That is tough. Tough. Man, oh man. Yeah. Ooh, Tangaman's gotta have surgery. A lot of people needing surgery here. When did that happen? At L4, L5 disc? What in the world? How did that happen? Was that at Evolve, I'm assuming? Damn. That sucks. Yeah, because when was that? May 1st? Oh, yeah, September, Monday. Yep. Damn. Wow. So let's hope everything goes well here. 30 days. 2 months. And 50 days. Alright. I mean, the injuries, they're piling on. They're piling on for sure. A couple of guys, obviously, vacation too. I can't wait to get rid of Wataru Inoue. I hate to say it, because I love Wataru Inoue, but he is not a great road agent. So now we got to change this around. We'll get to that when we get there. Not exactly sure how I'm going to go about it. I'm assuming we could have Shibata be like, Tanahashi got hurt. I'm bringing in someone that I believe in, probably something like that. Someone from the LA Dojo. So I think that's kind of the best bet there. But that fucking sucks. We'll see how we go as far as on this Wrestle Dynasty show. Damn. And backstage incident. Is Kojima passing on microphone work there. So yeah, Manhattan said we got 72 last time. Hopefully it's a little bit better this time around though. Yeah, sorry about that. Kanto can't be doing that. 9,000. So I mean, I wanted the garden. We can do it. It will be half filled. But I can finally have my calling here that I wanted. That sucks. Yeah, let's run the garden. We're doing it. And we probably shouldn't have, because now it's going to be mildly restricted. So if we would have not ran there, would have worked out. I had a feeling that was going to happen too. So yeah, we'll go with our main event. Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada. So Okada gets the win. Hell yeah. Should be a really good fun match there. And then Zack and Kenta Kobashi, Jesus Christ, it's Kenta, retains, as I guess it is, it's just Kenta Kobayashi, but Kenta beating Zack, and yeah, that should be a really good match though. We really didn't do anything as far as that goes once we were in the States, which we probably should have done a little bit more. And Jay White and Brody for the Never Openweight title, as Brody's going to beat Jay White there. And then we got the now Shibata Ren Narita. Boy, this match just got shot in the face. Yes, we'll make it 16 now, and yeah, I mean, Tanahashi and Shibata were going to be tag champs. I will say this, they were going to be tag champs up until Wrestle Kingdom. Like, that was the plan. Not anymore, though. not anymore, as the tag champs are going to retain, as Ashina's going to beat Narita. Yeah, I bet everyone's going to be really disappointed in that. That's for sure. There we go. Now the Intercontinental title matchup of Hiromu and Ishii, which that match is going to be a lot better now. As far as in the hindsight of things, as Hiromu's going to beat Ishii there. And Black Taurus and Pac. As Pac's going to beat Black Taurus, we have that set for the show. Another successful defense for Pac. The man cannot be beaten. Seems like, as United Empire are going to get the belts back over Liberty United. I want to say the first, it was at Dominion. Got a 74 last time. So, I mean, they've had the belts since then, since June. Not a bad run as junior tag champs. I think just those tag belts, again, they've been really passed around a good bit. No one's had a pretty long reign, as far as from February to June, and now from June to September. And so far, that's going to probably be the longest reign of the month, or of the year, rather, of 2021. We'll look to see what's going to happen for 2022 regarding that. And Shelton Benjamin, Fred Yehai, and the newest member of the foundation, Power E. So, with Big E, I wanted to do something as far as maybe something in regards to, Black Power, as far as Black excellence. And that's kind of what the foundation's built on. It's the foundation of Black excellence. Some of the top African American athletes in the world under one roof and one banner. And I think Big E, established that, and to have him be Power E for, I think it's a subtle change, but as far as I wanted to make a change, I didn't want to be Big E, and that was just what I was going with. I thought that was the best one I could think of, because I think it is very powerful, and I think as far as what he is, but also what the foundation represents as well. And they get the win, too. So another title defense, or title change for the Neverweight titles, 3 times in one fucking episode. We really went crazy. That is for sure. So something's wrong with there's a road agent and Marty Sami. Being rough too much. So I'm assuming Red Shoes got that. And wow. Assuming it's, so they're Marty Sami's. We'll have Daichi Morihami, I guess. I've not seen Yamasuki, though, so that's interesting. There he is. It's like he's around there somewhere. There we go, we got it now. As far as our road agents, as far as our pre-show matches go, Lucha Brothers, it's crazy they're not on the card, because they're going to be really, really good. Yeah, Lucha Brothers and Golden Dragons. We did this before. The Road to King of Pro Wrestling. We'll do it again here. 16 and Pentagon Jr. get the win, I guess. Sure. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Oh, it's Red Shoes. And we'll have Robert King, and then we'll do. Kind of want to keep it as Red Shoes, or as Liger, because it's a junior match. And for the next match, thinking another tag. Man, the Bucks, not being on this card. Naito not being on the card. A lot of big names not on this card. Let's go with Rocky and Yo. Another junior tag match, I guess, against Wato and Fujinami, I guess. Fujinami's weird. Sometimes I book him like a heavyweight, or a fringe heavyweight, I guess. So it kind of works out, though. But we'll have Rocky beat Wato. And that's the card. That is King of Pro Wrestling. It's not looking too hot. We'll see. Madison Square Garden, though. That's all that matters. It's a kind of... Let's see here. Kind of... trying to think what would probably be... I would like to see the Bucks make an appearance. Just because that whole story, Kenny didn't want help from the Bucks. So now for the 5th match, he wants to beat him so badly, and he wants to still be ahead in the rivalry, that he's like, Bucks, come on out here. And I think that type of character shift, I don't know as far as the American audience would take for that, but I think subtly you'll see in the upcoming months how much of effect that's going to have on some people in the roster, specifically. So yeah, there's... Actually, I think we can set the tone here. So, there's going to... After that, out comes Ibushi. And there's a bit of a moment there where Kenny's like, listen, this is bigger than it. Like, this is what I do. This is what I need to do. I need to beat this man. And just Kotabushi's not about it. He's like, this isn't it. This isn't you. What are you doing? And subtly, we're going in a direction. I think everyone could probably tell which direction we're going with, but and we're definitely laying down the foundation on this show as regards to that match. So yeah, let's run the show here. 57 for the first of the two pre-show matches. This is probably going to be better than the next one. But yeah, I mean, Rocky with a 57, 53 for Fujinami. Two teams with excellent chemistry. Holy shit. Phoenix with a 90. He's so good. Oh my god. That's incredible. As Pentagon Jr. with the package pile driver foot stomp combination. Getting the pin there. Rails a 66. As oh my god, he got a 46. Power E, what are you doing? How is he so bad? No way. Oh, slow build. Struggling. Wow. And it is a technical masterclass, too. Okay, that is true. It wasn't taken into account. But yeah, I mean, it's weird. Team Filthy probably should have won. But I think it was the right decision, though, for the Foundation. And I think that's going to be featured more on Strong, too. Those never open-weight six-man belts. As, yeah, the junior heavyweight tag title matchup, 66, as Gresham tapping out Shelley with the Octopus stretch, too. Beating out Shelley. That's a huge win. Pretty good ratings there from Gresham and Makabe, as I figured they were going to outperform them, and yeah, I think that was a good decision there. They get the belts back, and that junior tag division's pretty stacked, as speaking of, Pac with defense number 6. So he gets the one to 630 and 1413 over Black Taurus. So yeah, it was weird. We built up Black Taurus, but in a way we didn't build him as strong as a threat as I probably would have liked. But at the end of the day, I think it was a solid match, and that's all that matters. As Hiromu and Ishii, wow. Ishii actually outperformed him. I thought about it. I was just like, man, he's never won this belt. That'd be kind of cool. But I just was like, let's keep it on Hiromu a little bit more. Might have been a bad decision in hindsight there. As a 70 for this god-awful tag match. Which is a goddamn shame, because this Task Force Death Team has been awesome. The Bucks match, and the match with the Kayak Pitbulls too, and the Golden Ace match too. Like, they just had so many good matches, and to have that kind of be ruined with this, that sucks. Because even like Shino and Joe Doring, they're even good in America. Like, they're a great team. Great team, and that sucks. But Brody and Jay White keep rolling, as Brody with the Brody Bomb making his first defense of the Never Openweight title. It's fun. And there's an 82 for Kenta and Zack Sabre Jr. I figured it'd be pretty good, even, it being in America, and it lived up to it. 82, we'll take it. And we'll see how the main does, as Kenta with the Kenta combo into the Basaiku knee. I mean, yeah, I don't know why I was so nervous. It's Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada. Like, of course it's going to go well. Yeah, and, we see the Bucks come in after some shenanigans. We have Bushi trying to reconcile with why Omega's doing this, and really splitting the Golden Elite kind of at the seams, are kind of going in a different direction as far as that goes. As Kazuchika Okada makes his 4th defense of the U.S. title and gets a big win over Kenny Omega. It's an interesting kind of dynamic if they ever do this in the States, which I think they are going to. Now, once that match happened at Dominion, I was like, all right, that's it. But obviously, times have changed, and I think if they were to do it again, it's obviously probably going to be like at that AEW New Japan Super show that they're talking about. I would love for that to be at like Jaguar Stadium. I don't know what the name of it is off the top of my head, but that would be a very fun venue for that show. I don't know if they'll sell it out or anything like that, but that would be pretty awesome. And if they do that, I would honestly hope to see Omega lose. I think that's not where they would go with that, though, because obviously he'd probably be coming back from his hiatus, even though it's kind of injury. But I would just say as a hiatus as a whole. So it'd kind of be weird to have him lose. But I I think it would be pretty awesome to see Okada beat him. To kind of be like, we're not done yet type of thing. Because it gives that rivalry a little bit more life, if he beats him. But again, it all depends on the circumstances and whatnot. They probably wouldn't even do that. I'm sure New Japan would put the kibosh on that. They'd be like, yeah, you're not going to have Okada lose. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Hell of a match, though. Yeah, great show. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that Tanahashi's hurt and that a couple of people got hurt throughout this tour, but just having Okada and Omega do really well, having Kenta and Zack Sabre Jr. do really well, and even Brody and Jay White did well. Ishii outperforming Hiromu, and here I was thinking Hiromu was going to carry him. And at all, it is funny that the Lucha Brothers pre-show match with the Gold Dragons was the third best thing on this card, but I digress. As far as who to put over, we're gonna give a hug to Omega. It's like, listen, you didn't have to come in and take that fall. You did it, didn't complain at all. Pretty awesome of you. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, Jay White for taking the fall, and Tomohiro Ishii too. Like just being the man, just outperforming the Intercontinental Champion as well. Good show. Pretty good episode. That was a lot of fun to have half a tour be booked in Japan and the other half in the United States. It was a fun little contrast. So yeah, now the next tour is the Autumn Attack tour, which I will say the main event for that was going to be Shotaro Ashino and Kenta. Because, Ashino was going to come in not as the champion. And also, there was going to be Tanahashi and Okada on that card. So, that's going to get changed around. We're probably going to do Okada and Kenta, to be honest. Because Okada did beat Kenta during the G1. So, I think that would make sense as far as that goes. I think that's a pretty good Autumn Attack. And now, Yui Mora's back from Excursion. We got him signed up. Sujora's healthy again. Everything's A-okay. So yeah, the Autumn Attack, at least we get a couple of weeks of breaks there in between. But yeah, I think all in all, it's a pretty good show. Definitely as far as one of our best shows, and the fourth best show we've ever done. So that's always fun. It's funny that last year's King of Pro Wrestling will always kind of be like the one odd 2020 show. Well, the G1, that day 18 show was at least in 81, but hopefully we get a lot more light blues in there, and hopefully get more shows in the 90s. All in all, I think Autumn Attack is set up to be a pretty good tour. Hopefully everything goes well, as we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.